Hello, my dear Capricorn. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's look at our Capricorn energies right here. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome for the week. And let's look at the overall vibe. Ooh, I like it. We have the 10 of Cups as your overall vibe. I like it a lot because this is the energy of planning, energy of ensuring that whatever you do in life is actually bringing you fulfillment, is actually bringing you joy. You could be inspired by your family, you know, like, or you could just be seeking that inner happiness, and that's what's going to be driving you this week. Let's look at the rest of the cards here. Your energy came up as the Chariot card, the one that fell on the floor. And that's the energy of victory, you know, like energy of direction, figuring out which direction to go, which way to go, what to do in order to be more successful, in order to bring more into your life. It's a very ambitious energy, which I really, really like here. And it's also the energy where you are kind of like taking full control of your life. You are a full leader of your life. And this is being driven by this Page of Swords energy, that energy of like curiosity, relentless, not even ambition, but like desire to expand, which I really, really, really like here a lot, my dear friend. With the 10 of Wands being on your obstacle, though, do remember that there are certain burdens that you could be taking on at this time frame that will not be helpful to you in the long term. You might end up getting too committed, or you might overcommit this upcoming week, and because you're really not 100% sure which way to go yet, you're just really driven to move forward, really driven to change things up in life. So you might be like jumping from one thing to the next thing, signing up for one thing, signing up for the next thing, especially if it like pertains to education. Don't commit to anything just yet this week. This is the week of exploring and figuring out which way to go. This is not the week to like solidly commit to something yet, because you do need a little space here with the King of Cups in your support sector. You just need a little space to process all of your options and figure out which way to go that is the most logical and the most beneficial way for you. So rushing it is not going to help it. And also staying in the same situation where you are right now is also not going to be helpful. I do feel like overall the energy is pushing you to move forward and is making you look at all different aspects of your life to figure out how to improve your life in order to be more fulfilled, in order to be more happy here. Ooh, Temperance is the possible outcome for the week. I love it because Temperance is like very balanced energy. But Temperance requires patience, and that's what I was kind of picking up earlier, where yes, you are driven, you are ambitious right now. Like you have this this need to figure out some kind of direction in your life, and the universe is reminding you need to look at all different aspects, you need to look at all available options for you and be patient with yourself. Don't just jump into something this week. It doesn't mean that you're not going to do it the following week. You probably will. Just give yourself like 24 hours, 36 hours, 42 hours, whatever it is, to think through all of your options before you commit. Love the energies, my dear friend. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Aquarius. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Now let's see where our Aquarius energies are. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe. The Five of Wands. I do feel like this week is going to be a week that's going to push you to a lot of communication. A week that's going to push you to work with others in some type of way, or collaborate with others on some kind of big ideas that you may have. Let's see what the rest of the cards say here. Okay, so right now you are in a star energy, which is very beautiful energy, my dear friend. This is the energy of hope that everything's gonna work out. And you know, like when you are in this place of everything's gonna work out, is because you're feeling good, right? Like you have that sense of peace, some kind of a sense of satisfaction within yourself, and that's what you believe things are going to work out. And I do feel like they are going to work out. Even though it might not feel like this for the whole week, you're definitely gonna feel glimpses of the star energy coming through. Or at least that's the energy that you're gonna exude when others gonna look at you. Does it make sense? Like even if you're not gonna fully feel like, okay, like I got this, when people gonna look at you, they're gonna look at somebody who does have it. So there's a lot of like leadership vibes exuding off of you this week. Keep that in mind. With the Page of Swords energy being your subconscious energy here, that's the energy that like makes you think, you know, makes you figure out different types of solutions to the problem. You're definitely going to be in your head a lot, but I also feel like as you are in your head trying to sort things out, you are going to be collaborating with others. You might get into some arguments with others. You might need to defend your thought process as well to others here. However, I don't see it like as a bad thing. What I see is you, like, especially if this is like a work situation, I do feel like this collaborative connection between you and others is going to push your team or these people that you work with, even if it's not at work and it's like a family situation, it's going to make you come up with a great solution to some kind of a problem that you have. The Eight of Swords is here in your obstacle. Because you are exuding all of these leader qualities here, because you are kind of like maybe even coming off strong with your energy, people might not like it. And you will pick up on it. You will pick up on like this vibe where every time you come up with a solution, somebody's gonna shut it down or question it. And you know, and it's just the way it is, especially in the work setting. You know, like nobody likes the shiny star, unfortunately. But do not take it personal. That's the biggest piece here. Do not take it personal. Five of Pentacles here is in your support. It's making you realize that like other people's issues are their own issues. Your job is to come up with solutions. Your job is to collaborate. Your job is to figure out how to make something better here. And quite frankly, you are doing it. You are on that path. You are doing it. Whether you're going to come up with a solution with this team or not, I do not know. However, I do feel like your input will be helpful in figuring things out, especially if you do not take somebody's opposition as a negative, but use it as your what is it called? Like use it to build on your idea. Does it make sense? Like if somebody tells you, why don't we do things this way? Just consider it for a second. I'm probably not explaining this energy correctly, but that's how I'm feeling it strongly here. Just use whatever they say to see how you can make something better instead of like taking it personal. Does it make sense? And look, Queen of Pentacles, how beautiful for the outcome of the week. The Queen of Pentacles energy is a very successful and stable energy here. You will come out on top. You will come out in this Queen energy, which is beautiful. And that's the energy of stability, especially financial stability. And the way you're going to get there is through being a listener, is through being somebody who is understanding, and not taking little jabs as an offense, but takes the little jabs as an opportunity to learn and be better. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a wonderful week, my dear friend. Hello, my dear Pisces. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see where our Pisces energy is for this week. Your subconscious drives your obstacle, your support, possible outcome here, and the overall vibe. The Six of Cups, the energy of reflection, energy of figuring out where you are, energy of figuring out where you used to be and how to get away from things that were, that were negative in your life, like your old belief systems rather in your life that are creating some kind of negative feelings right now for you. You know, like the Six of Cups energy is that also that energy that's controlling you, like where the past is controlling you. And I feel like this week it's going to come up for you and you will really think about what happened in your past and your structures in your life that has brought some kind of toxicity or negativity into your life. And holy bananas, look at the cards here. We got 4 major arcana cards that fall out for you, my dear friend. So this is going to be a big week for you. This is going to be a week that hasn't happened in your space for quite some time, where you had to really dig deep into yourself and kind of reevaluate your feelings, reevaluate your understandings, and reevaluate your thoughts about the life around you. You are in a strength energy. This is the energy of inner strength. It's literally strength, the strongest card in the deck. And it's going to give you bravery to explore things that you could have possibly been scared to explore in the past, as it pertains to your feelings and as it pertains to where you kind of fit in relation to other people in your life. And with the Sun energy here being your driving force, is you're realizing that you want harmony in your life. You're realizing that you want some kind of beautiful, loving, calm energy to be in your life, and you want to fix any kind of broken connections that you currently have in your life, whether it's with work people or whether it's at home. There are some kind of relationships that maybe you feel are not as strong as they should be, or maybe those are there, or maybe you are trying to do the opposite, cut people out of your life who are no longer bringing you the happy feelings. I hope I'm explaining this energy correctly. It's a lot. It's really big energy here, and this is just a general reading, so please take what resonates with you from this. What the universe wants you to know is right now, with the Empress being in your obstacle, this is not the time to be kind of fickle. This is not the time of not making decisions, if that makes sense. This is the time to create control in your life, with the Emperor being in your strength. And this is the time to regain structure and authority over your life. So what I mean by this is that if there are relationships that have been hindered or are broken in your life, and they're bringing up some feelings for you from the past, like past trauma and whatnot, like if somebody's saying something at work that they shouldn't be saying, nip it in the bud. Say it. Tell them, I am not comfortable with you making these statements. Like, this is not an okay conversation within the work environment. If this is a friend that you haven't been speaking with as much, now is the time to not just kind of like put it aside, but this is the time to have a conversation with that friend and figure out whether this relationship is even worth to continue, or is this relationship over, to gain that clarity. I don't know what specific aspect of your life this is gonna highlight for you this week, but definitely how you feel towards situations and how you feel towards people in your life will be highlighted for you. And the outcome is the Four of Cups. You could feel a little disappointed for a second here. You could feel like, damn, like I've been friends with this person for a long time and this is how they're responding back to me. However, that's okay, because with the 4 being as your outcome, even though it might feel uncomfortable approaching that coworker, confronting that coworker, or having a conversation with a friend of yours, in the end of the day, it's gonna give you stability. Number 4 are all about stability here. And it's gonna give you emotional safety. I hope I explained this energy correctly to you, my dear friend, and I hope this reading has helped you and clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a wonderful week, my friend. It's gonna be a big, big learning week. Hello, my dear Aries, welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see. The cards don't want to shuffle, so let's stop. This is our Aries energy for the week. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Wow, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, my dear friend, telling me that you've been putting a lot of energy into figuring out which way to go in life. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you should be doing with your life? Should you be here or should you be there? There was a lot of contemplation happening in the last few months or so, like in this last period of time here. I do feel like it's been a couple of months. And now you're finally ready to kind of get rid of this burden of thought and get into a new cycle of actually acting on your desires here. Let's see what the rest of the cards are saying. Yeah, look at this. We got 2 of Wands as your current energy, and that is the energy of planning. It is the energy of making a decision. So you're finally, as I said, like I was feeling it hard, like you've been thinking about it, like you've been contemplating, what do I do, which way I go? And now it's finally the time to make that final decision. If you are trying to go back to school, change your job, move, like whatever it is, you finally got to be able to make a decision to just do it, and you will figure out how to do it. But the Lover's card here, being in your subconscious drive, I do feel like it's people around you who are creating a sense of support for you. Maybe you're going to be meeting people this week who will help you get pushed in the right direction. Does it make sense? Like maybe you'll have a conversation with somebody who will clarify some ideas that you currently have. Or if you've been trying to change jobs or go to some kind of a school to get a certificate for something, maybe this is going to be the person who has done it or knows somebody who has done it, and will have a little bit more insight about it. Also, your loved ones, like your friends, especially your partner, or like somebody that you're really connecting with, they're also going to be highlighted here for this week, and they will be your support to get through this time frame. What the universe is reminding you with the 5 of Cups being in your obstacle, make sure you don't let yourself feel like there is not enough, like there's not enough options, or there's not enough of something in your life. Like if you feel like you don't have enough money to go to school to pursue whatever you want to pursue, talk to people. Maybe there's a scholarship available. Maybe there's something that you have missed, because the Seven of Wands is in your strength, and the Seven of Wands is all overcoming challenges. So if something comes up that you feel like a door is being closed in front of your face, or you might like see the door closing because of some kind of circumstances, it's not over yet. It's not over yet at all. You do have this energy that's going to help you persevere and push through. And also with this energy, I'm feeling it strongly, you will meet the right people that can help you if you stay open to it. Let's see the possible outcome. The King of Wands. Oh my God. The King of Wands. This is the best energy ever here. And King of Wands is all about that big picture. It's all about overcoming different challenges. And this is the energy of also staying honest with yourself, you know, like really staying honest with yourself in a sense that this confusion that you may have had and which way to go, you will be able to clarify it when you will give yourself some space to make a solid plan of what actually works for you and what doesn't work for you. What is it that you truly want, or what is it that you truly need in your life? And when you're going to make that decision, you will be able to overcome all these obstacles that will come your way, because you will meet the right people, and because you're going to have that energy of, that fire energy of like that lead energy. I can't even explain it in words. This is crazy. It's a very strong energy that's going to help you overcome all these obstacles. It's a king energy. Okay, my dear friend, I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Taurus. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see where our Taurus energies are for this time frame. Your subconscious drive, obstacle, support, possible outcome, and overall vibe. We got the Five of Swords here, and I feel like this Five of Swords goes back to it could go back to your relationship sector or your work sector, where you just feel like you need to win at all costs. Let's look at the rest of the cards to get a clearer picture here. Wow, wow, wow. 3 major arcana cards here. Wow, my friend, you are pushing through hard this week. With the High Priestess being in as your energy here, this is the energy of like intuition, energy of exploring your desires, exploring what your wants are, and figuring out which way is it that you need to be going in your life. And I do strongly feel like for some of you, this is really a relationship related item, where like your relationship with your significant other is going to be highlighted for this week for you, where you're going to try to figure out if this is the right place for you to be. Or for others of you, this could be your work situation or your professional situation, where you want to be acknowledged and you want to be seen, and you're trying to figure out how to get there, with the Magician being here. Like, you want to be acknowledged. You really do. You want to be acknowledged by your colleagues. You want to be acknowledged by your boss. You want to be acknowledged by this person that you're connecting with. That's what you truly, truly desire here. What the universe is telling you, though, is that watch, with the Temperance being in your obstacle, watch for the tension that you're bringing into the situation. Because I feel like, obviously this is a general reading, take what applies, don't overthink it. If it doesn't apply to you, then this message is not for you. But I do strongly feel with the Five of Swords energy here, with you being so ambitious and trying to get things your way, you might create oppositions within your relationships. And these oppositions will definitely create tension within these relationships, and they will hinder your process a whole lot. You know, Temperance is a very slow card, so instead of going forward, you will pretty much temper your ability to move forward within your relationship or within your work situation. So do take a step back. Make sure you are not opposing anybody, and make sure you are controlling this Five of Swords energy that's going to make you want to do and say anything that it takes in order to win. It could even be like, you know, lying about something, or over representing yourself, or embellishing a situation. Eventually, these lies will clear out, and that could potentially cause you to look not as good in the eyes of others as you want to look, if that makes sense. With the Ten of Pentacles here being in your Strength card, this is the energy of remembering that, like, slowly but surely things come. With patience, you will get to where you want to be. With patience, you will slowly work up to a place in your work situation that will give you an ability to shine, you know, to show off your skills, to show off how amazing you are. Same in relationships. By doing the right thing, by being a good person, by kind of like prioritizing your family, your partner will acknowledge that. Like, they will know. You don't need to tell them how great you are. They will see how great you are based on your actions. I guess that's what the energy that I'm feeling, like actions are bigger than words here this specific week. Yeah, and look at this. And it will bring you a sense of ease. If you know, relax a little bit about trying to control things, trying to move things around to benefit you, just take a little step back, you know, do the right thing, you know, trust your heart with whatever the right thing is, get it done, and that sense of ease will come to you. And I love it. Definitely the universe is calling you to relinquish some kind of control here. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a really wonderful week. Hello, my dear Gemini. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's look at our Gemini energies here. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Seven of Cups. Interesting energy, because with Seven of Cups, it's kind of like that dual vibe that you get. Yes, you have choices. Yes, you have options that are coming your way. But the more choices that you have, the more uncertainty comes with it. So let's see what the rest of these cards are. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. I do feel like this could be within your work environment, or yeah, I do feel like this could be within your work environment where you have some choices here. And I feel like with the Two of Cups energy being your energy right now, this is kind of like the energy of things coming your way, but you're also working hard to achieve those things. Does it make sense? Like, it's a very lucky energy here, but it's not the luck just falls on your face. This is the luck that comes with hard work. And I feel like you will start feeling your successes this upcoming week, where you might feel acknowledgments for something that you have been doing. You might feel possibilities and options opening up because of all the work that you've been putting in to be where you are today. Does it make sense? I hope I'm explaining this correctly. With the Hierophant energy being your subconscious I'm sorry, I said the Hierophant. I meant to say the Hermit energy here. I feel confused. It's a very confusing energy here. With the Hermit energy being here in your subconscious drive, you want to do the right thing for you. And that's why you could feel a little uncertain as the options open up. And there are options for you, especially in your career sector here. You might just not feel certain which path is the best path for you. What the universe is telling you right now is make sure you're not overthinking. Make sure you kind of let things be, because you can get into a state of almost anxiety, or you can get in a state of distress because there are options, and the right option will shine the brightest when it's going to be available for you. And maybe it's not even the time to make that decision yet. I don't feel like this is the time to make the final decision yet. Right now is just the time to evaluate your options. I guess that's what I was trying to articulate here, especially with the Chariot being in your strength here. Chariot is all about figuring out direction, right? Figuring out which way to go and how to continue progressing. But this is not the final stop. This is just kind of the starting point, right? And yeah, and with Chariot is generally represented by the number 7 in the tarot deck, and that's also about like gaining wisdom. So gaining knowledge that you're lacking here to make a better decision. So don't get overwhelmed, don't get stressed out, especially if some of the options that you're looking at are not 100% of what you want them to be. It's like you could be looking at job openings, and you could see like there's one position that like pays a lot more, but then you might not have all of the requirements that they're seeking, and so you're not sure, like, okay, like maybe I'll never get this position. And then you have a second job where the money is a little less, but it's like a sure thing situation. You have options. No one has said no to you yet. No one has said yes to you yet. But you might get into a place of overthinking, like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just like not apply for the slightly lower paying job and pretty much get it? Or do I work and get another certification or another set of skills to get this slightly higher paying job? Very confusing energy. Hard to explain it. However, look at this. I feel like as the week progresses, you could have a way to figure out of how to release this tension, especially with the Devil energy being your outcome here for the week. And the Devil energy is keeping you trapped. And when this card being here, it means that you are able to figure out a way how to release these energies that are keeping you trapped. And I feel like being a Gemini, and generally for Geminis, when you have an outlet of releasing this pent-up energy, that's when the most clear thoughts come through. So do take care of your body. Make sure you meditate. Make sure you work out. Make sure you take care of yourself. And make sure you don't let yourself overthink here, because this is not the time to make the final decision anyway. The time to make the final decision will come. You're just evaluating your choices during this time frame. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Cancer. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see our Cancer energies for the week. And your subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe. The Queen of Cups, I like it. The Queen of Cups is a very compassionate energy, a very kind of contemplative energy as well. This is the energy of somebody who listens, who tries to understand what is happening before making any kind of decisions. Let's see. more where we are. Wow, a lot of eights here in the reading. So I do feel like some kind of a cycle is completing for you, my dear Cancer, here this upcoming week. With the Eight of Cups being your energy, it's like an energy of trying to walk away from something, an energy of like finally seeing something for the first time, or like with a brand new perspective, and not really being happy about what you see. I do feel like some of this could be a work-related situation where you might see a very different picture or representation of a person very close to you, or you might have some kind of a conversation with somebody close to you who will probably, I don't want to say disappoint, but more like will disillusion you, or like clear up and create understanding of a situation that hasn't really been clear. With the Six of Cups energy here being your driving force, it kind of makes me feel like you might look, especially if this is work situation, which I strongly feel that it is, or it could be any kind of like collaborative situation with people around you. I feel like you had a very nice perception of a relationship within your work environment, or a friend, or somebody within your community. You viewed them from a very positive perspective, and with this conversation, new information came out where now you no longer see them in the same light. Does it make sense? What the universe wants you to know here, the Eight of Pentacles isn't your obstacle. So this is not the time to have these high standards. This is the time to kind of look at the situation and be like, okay, this person is not perfect. This situation is not perfect. Let's see what we have available here to make this situation better. With the Eight of Swords being in your strength sector, this is like that energy of figuring out, like of thinking how to change things up within the given parameters, right? And that's what the energy I was feeling in the beginning with the Queen of Cups here, where it's like, be the listener. Try to continue listening and hearing other sides, other perspectives. Ask questions. Try to dig deeper to really understand what has happened or what is happening before you before you do any actions in this area, or before you make any final decisions, or before you put more energy into the situation and work in one direction where clearly things have shifted and you no longer are, working at the same capacity, in the same place, on the same project even. And the Five of Swords is the outcome, and that's the energy of change here. We have 3 eights in the spread, and that's the energy of concluding something. And the Five of Swords, with the 5 being here, that's the energy of transformation, of bringing change in. So something is shifting this week, and the universe is calling for you to be a listener. Listen. Hear what is happening. Try to understand and try to figure out how to proceed going forward, since now you have all of this information available to you. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Very serious reading here. Please like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a great week, my friend. Hello, my dear Leo. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see what we have here for my Leo. This is your energy for this week, my dear Leo. Your subconscious drive, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. 4 of Swords. I feel like you are changing your perspective on things. You are kind of taking a step back this week, or at least that's what the universe is telling you to do. Take a step back. relax, rejuvenate, rest, kind of gain that energy back. Let's see what we have here. So very interesting energy. You are being represented by the death energy, and that's the energy of shedding things that no longer work. It's reminding you that the cycle is over. So maybe for some of you in your job sector or in your relationship sector, something has ended, you know, or like things are no longer the same as how they used to be. And the universe is telling you like that's okay. It's kind of whatever is not working, whatever is changing, that's because this change is inevitable and it needs to happen in order for you to continue growing. You no longer need whatever is it that's not, you know, is no longer there for you. Does it make sense? With the King of Cups being your subconscious drives here, you want to make decisions. You want to make fast decisions. Like you just kind of want to change things up real quick. And unfortunately, what the universe is telling you with the King of Wands being in your strength sector here, in your opposition sector here, is like right now is not the time to push, and it's not the time to make changes or to overcome challenges. This is the time with an Eight of Wands here to wrap up whatever you need to wrap up before you start something new. Does it make sense? Like you might feel like, okay, I need to change things up. Like I need to do something because something is being lost. Something is changing. So therefore you need to like kind of overcompensate for it and like start overcoming some kind of challenges, create solutions to whatever problems arise. But the universe is telling you this is not the time. This is the time to finalize everything that already has started and finalize whatever you need to finalize in order to allow this energy to leave you fully. So take a step back, especially with the Four of Swords energy being your overarching energy for the whole week. Take a step back. Finish whatever you need to finish. Do not start anything new this week. But kind of rest, you know, restore your energy. Get that energy back instead of wasting it on things that no longer matter, or at least do not matter this time frame. And look at this. The stability will happen. You know, stability will come with the Four of Pentacles being your outcome. You will have stability. You will have financial stability. Things at work will work out the way you want them to work out. But you have to be patient here. You know, you have to be patient. And I do feel like for some of you, you have fear of losing stability with all these changes that are happening. You have fear of losing control, but the universe is telling you that you will not lose that control. You will not lose that stability, but you do need to chill out a little bit. Finish up whatever already has been started. Don't start anything new. And next week, there's going to be new energy that's going to come in, and it will allow you to, you know, proceed in the way that's best for you, my friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And I really hope that this reading clarified a couple of things, my dear Leo. Have a wonderful week. Hello, my dear Virgo. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see what we have here for my Virgo. So this is your Virgo energy. This is your subconscious drive, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, overall vibe. Queen of Pentacles. I like it. I feel like as I was even shuffling the cards, I feel much easier energy coming through, my dear Virgo. It's almost like you feel a little bit more stable. You feel a little bit more secure. You are in a space of kind of having solid ground under your feet. You're no longer feeling like a fish out of water. You feel like your confidence is slowly coming back, and I like it here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. 3 major arcana cards here for you, my dear friend. And you're in a star energy. Very beautiful energy. That's the energy of, positivity, like hoping for the best, believing in the best. It's a very optimistic card in this deck, and I feel like for many of you that optimism is slowly coming back, that things will work out. No matter what, things will work out. And that's because you have been in this death energy subconsciously, where you're slowly but surely cutting out things out of your life that are not helping you, that are not healthy for you, that are not really giving you anything good. You know what I mean? Like, some of you could have been wasting energy on people or activities that are not even beneficial to you. And now you're slowly cutting them out, putting that energy back into yourself, putting that energy back into your well-being, into your health. And now you're starting to feel better. You're starting to feel that ease. What the universe wants you to know, though, right now, the 3 of Cups is in your obstacle. This is not the time to go and please people, especially if you just started cutting that out, with Virgo energy, you guys like to please people around you. You want to be loved. You want to be taken care of. And sometimes you go way out of your way to please other people, to be liked by them. So if you are a people pleaser, make sure you notice that and you're not doing it this week. Other people don't really matter as much this week as you matter. Does it make sense? And with the Chariot energy here in your Strength card, I feel like you are regaining that control, as I said, and you're moving in the right direction. And you want to continue moving in that right direction because it feels good. It feels good to feel positive. It feels good to feel optimistic. It feels good to know that things will work out. And, that sense of stability is really incredible. And look at this, the outcome, 5 of Swords, the transformation will happen. The transformation will happen for you. It's already happening, but it's not always easy, right? Like, sometimes you might revert back to kind of deceiving yourself and telling yourself like, no, I gotta take care of others. Taking care of others really makes me happy. In reality, maybe yes, it does. It's nice to take care of other people. But when you're giving your last breath for somebody else's happiness, you don't have any breaths left for yourself. You know what I mean? And it's really important for you to remember that you gotta continue working on yourself, and you gotta continue making sure that you feel good and not try to please others. Okay, my friend, I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Beautiful energy. I love it. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Libra. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. Let's see. Our Libra energies, subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe, the justice card, my dear friend. That's you. You're all about balance, and you're seeking balance. I've been getting a lot of energy from you in the past readings, like over the last few months, like since November, I believe, where you've been trying to figure out that balance between your private life and your work life. And you're still working in it this week for sure. Try to figure out like how to be fair to yourself, and also like to be fair to yourself in all aspects of your life, in your personal life as well as in your work life. Let's see what the rest of the cards are saying. Okay, I like it. So you're in a 4 of Cups energy because you're feeling kind of disconnected from where you currently are, especially in your I do feel it strongly for both work situation and relationships as well. Obviously, it's a general reading. Takes what resonates, don't take what doesn't. But I do feel like you're a little disappointed in your work situation or in your relationship situation because you want stability, but you're just not seeing it. Or at least the stability is not showing to you the way you want to see it, even though it is there. Like underneath it all, you have the Eight of Pentacles energy, and that's your your ability to work hard, because you are a hardworking individual. You like to complete things. You like to put your name on things that are done well at work and in your relationship. You're not going to cut corners just for the sake of cutting corners or make something easier for yourself. You will do it the most possible right way as you see fit, because you're putting your name on it, because you're proud of the work that you do. That's who you are. So the universe wants you to know that right now the Knight of Cups is in your obstacle, and that's like that energy of being so efficient and being so hardworking. It's almost like because you work so hard, because you give so much, you end up feeling imbalanced, and it's almost like the universe is telling you, do less. Give a little less, conserve your resources more, conserve your time, conserve your money, give back to you more. I do feel it coming up strongly here, especially with the Magician being in your strength sector. And that's kind of the energy of creating a much easier life, because you're manifesting it. Like you're really putting a lot of mental energy, and you're hoping, you're praying to have ease in your life, where you have more stability under your feet, where you have a much better balance between your work and your relationships, your personal life, and your inner space as well. You want that balance really, really a lot. But you also want to get things done the right way. And what the universe is telling you during this time frame, concentrate on that balance over concentrating getting the things done the right way. Does it make sense? And the Eight of Cups energy as your outcome, which I like, because it's kind of the energy of disillusionment, right? And it's also the energy of completing a cycle. You will realize that sometimes if you leave, I don't want to say it like that, but I will. Like the Western society has this work culture that's like totally against anything as what we are as human beings, right? Like even if you work 9 to 5, most people stay in the office till like 7 p.m. or the expectation is you do not leave on time. So even if you leave a little earlier, if you don't stay, if your work hours are 9 to 5 and you are that person who stays till 7 p.m., leave at 6 this week. You're still working more than you have to, but if you take that 1 hour back, it's going to make you realize that, wait, I have a little more time for me now. I gained 5 hours in a week for me, for my relationships, and nothing at work burned out, So, and the same goes to relationships. If you are giving gifts every week or like doing something for your partner like nonstop, even you come back just a little bit, just slightly, it's still not going to change your relationship. You will still do things for them, but you will be able to carve out a little piece of time for yourself, which you so need, my friend. You need that time for you. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a wonderful week. Hello, my dear Scorpio. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. I had to wait a little bit to start your reading because the energy is just so serious. Like overwhelmingly serious energy coming to you this week, my dear friend. Let's see what the cards say. Scorpio energy, your subconscious drives, obstacles, support, possible outcome, overall vibe. King of Pentacles, you know, this is a really good energy because that energy is supporting your security. It's giving you stability, but it's also giving you that sense of self-assurance. So let's see what the rest of the cards say. Very, like, King of Pentacles is a very serious king. Let me just add to it. And that's the energy of, like, it's also like the energy of a very meticulous king, right? Like the king who's not the fun one, but the king who tries to get all the responsibilities done. Person who puts responsibility over like any kind of fun. It's like, I'm sorry if you're an accountant, but it's kind of like that accountant energy, right? Like you gotta check off the boxes, you gotta complete the Excel sheets before you can do anything fun. Because if the Excel sheet doesn't add up, then you don't have the room to have any fun. Even though you're in a King of Cups energy here, that's like your desire to, okay, let me get things done. I want to do this, I want to do that. I just feel like it's almost detaching you from the responsibilities of this week. This week is gonna call for you to be in a serious space. Meanwhile, you just want to get things done and you don't want to engage in these serious conversations that come up or the responsibilities that come up here for you. And that's because you are overall in a positive vibe here with the Wheel of Fortune being your subconscious energy. You are in a positive place. You believe that things will work out. And that's why you don't want to get into the nitty and gritty of it. Obviously, it's a general reading, takes what applies. But I do strongly feel like you are the person who just wants to get things done and not really get into the details here. However, the Knight of Swords is in your obstacle. And that's the energy of, you know, being impulsive, being extravagant, being kind of not being a listener, defending your beliefs over listening to others. So if somebody brings a conversation to you this week that requires a serious consideration, you have to be serious. You can't just blow it off, you know? If you need to take care of some really major chores in your life, you gotta do it, and you gotta be diligent again. And you gotta be diligent as you're doing it. You can't just rush through it. And if you need help, with the Five of Wands is here, if it's in your strength, if you need help, if you need support, you gotta have those difficult conversations with people and you gotta listen to them, hear what they have to say if that difficult conversation is brought on, and you really gotta address it. You can't run away from it. You can't run away from your chores. If you do need help though, I think I picked it up and then I started talking about something else. If you do feel like you need help and you're being overwhelmed, ask your colleagues, ask your, your support system, ask to talk to them, ask to work through this. It's not going to be an easy conversation. It's not going to be an easy task to get through this week. But I do feel like as much as you don't want to do these big things that gonna come up, it's gonna bring clarity for the time to come. Let's see the outcome for this week. Page of Cups. Yeah. Not only is it going to bring you clarity, it's also going to bring you the ease of mind. The difficult conversations that are going to come up are going to clarify things between you and other people, where it's going to give you a clear understanding where you are with this individual, with those individuals. Taking care of big responsibilities will only bring you security in the time to come. And therefore, with security comes that sense of easiness. Because when you are secure, you have nothing to stress about. I mean, obviously, you can have plenty of things to stress about, but you know what I mean, right? So don't run away from the serious energy that's coming your way this week, even though that's going to be your inclination to do so. Do take it head first, discuss it, listen, be a listener, hear them out, and then only act within the parameters of the conversations you have with others, not just out of your own desire to get it over with, if that makes sense. I hope I I clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. This is very serious and very tough energy here. Please like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Sagittarius. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of January 23rd through January 29th. One card already flipped over for your energy, my dear friend. Let's see your subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Queen of Cups, I like it. That's the energy of being a listener. Energy of trying to understand how to proceed in the best possible way that is the most beneficial for you. Let's see what the rest of the cards are here. Okay, I like it. So the energies this week are going to be very interesting for you, my dear friend. With the Six of Swords here, there's going to be movement. There's going to be movement into a better direction of your life. I do feel like at work, you're definitely going to have conversations here that will bring up opportunities to move forward. With the Six of Swords being here, that's moving on, moving from one place to the next place, leaving behind something that's not working out any longer, and moving into a much more harmonious place as the time goes on. The moon is your subconscious energy, and here it's almost like that intuition is driving you, that you have this creative drive that's driving you and moving you in a certain direction. And even though it might not feel like very secure energy, and even though it might feel like you don't know the full answers or see like a full path going forward, but the moon energy here, it tells me that you are on the right path and you are moving in the right direction, except it's going to take a little time to get there. It's not going to happen overnight. The Nine of Pentacles is here, and your obstacle, you're definitely not there yet, my friend. Whatever projects that you're working on, whatever conversations you're having right now, they're just like kind of the beginning blocks, the beginning like the starting foundation of something bigger. You're not there yet, my friend. Just keep that in mind. But with the Two of Wands being in your strength sector, you will be able to have really fruitful conversations, or you might be able to meet some people this week who will give you an opportunity to plan and make really solid decisions that will help you achieve something bigger, or like whatever you're seeking in the near future. Does it make sense? I hope I'm articulating this energy correctly here. And again, this is a general reading, so it does, it doesn't apply to everyone. If it doesn't resonate, then leave it behind. But whatever does resonate, keep it in mind. That this week is just like that week of making decisions, having conversations, and trying to see what your path will look like going forward. Especially with the Queen of Cups here, that's the energy of listener, and also an energy of being, in that contemplative state of taking all the different pieces that come your way and building off of that. But this is not the week to finalize anything as of yet. And look at this, and you'll come into Ten of Cups is your outcome. The fulfillment is coming, my dear friend. It's coming. It's going to be there for you. And you will see some really big steps forward this week. And I feel like, especially if you allow yourself to really be in a collaborative space with others, you will be able to figure out the beautiful path for you to follow. Slightly confusing energy though, like I'm not gonna lie, as I'm trying to articulate it, it is a little confusing and it is a little blurry, especially with the moon energy being here. It's very unclear energy. However, trust the process, trust the universe, and you will get on the right path here, my dear friend. But you're not there yet. You're not going to get there this week yet. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a wonderful week, my friend.